Hi, I'm Amanda Mickelson of KRM Custom Home. Welcome back to Ask Amanda. Today we're talking about mismatching. When I first started designing, there were very rigid lines drawn when it comes to the do's and don'ts of mismatching. But that's all gone out the window. I like to keep an overall theme throughout the home to make sure it has a cohesive flow. But I'm not afraid to mismatch metals, tiles, or textures. Here are some examples of perfectly paired mismatches. I love the look of the modern homes, but sometimes they can feel cold, so I like to soften the look up with wood as it brings in a warmer tone, but it keeps that edgy feel. Here I selected a clean white subway tile to keep the material simple and let the wood accent become the focal point. I also added chrome hardware to make it stand out from the black cabinets and added some shiny elements to the bar. In addition, we installed a black faucet that I knew would pop against the white subway tile. And to top it off, I selected a subtle gray countertop that wouldn't draw too much attention. There is a lot going on in this bar, but all the selections complemented one another. Another perfectly paired mismatch was this farmhouse kitchen, where I paired white cabinets with wood. I knew the wood was going to be the showstopper, so I worked around that as I selected everything for the kitchen. The wood added a beautiful chevron pattern and dimension as it was staggered from the other cabinets. I tied the wood tones in on the island ends. I didn't want to use a basic subway tile in this kitchen, so I selected a subway tile that had a little extra texture to give you that timeless look, but with a modern flair. To make this feel more inviting, I used champagne brass for the cabinet hardware and vaulted the ceilings, which also added depth to this kitchen. I wanted to find pendants that kept the overall look of a modern farmhouse, but drew your eye up. With that, I chose a black, since I didn't want anything too elaborate competing with the focal points of the wood. The stainless steel appliances made a statement all by themselves. I didn't want the hardwood floors to take away from the beautiful hickory stained wood and island details. So I selected a lighter floor that complemented the wood grains and tones. I also mismatched the countertops using a Carrara on the island and a gray quartz on the perimeter of the kitchen. When you're mismatching materials, make sure to stick to a common denominator. The danger is not having anything match, is everything becomes an accent piece. If you have a common denominator, which could be texture or color palette, or pair it with more subtle items, you can pull this look off. Want to see more examples of perfectly paired mismatches? Visit our website, gallery, follow us on Pinterest, or stop in our showroom.